How's everybody doing? Real quick, I know it's actually been a couple of weeks since I did a quick video, and this will be relatively quick, but a little bit of news is out on the update for that wonderful overtime rule, where they were going to increase the level of exempt salaries and people at higher levels would be eligible for overtime. Well, actually, that's still in play. There hasn't been completely taken off the table yet. The Fifth Circuit Court on February 22nd issued an order that extended the appeal for the validity of the federal overtime rule. And they extended the briefing on that, the appeal for a briefing on that by the DOJ, or I'm sorry, no, sorry, the DOL, the Department of Labor. So that is actually now not going to be fully briefed until May 1st of this year. So it's getting drug out further. And I imagine that has to do with the fact that we're still looking for a new, let's see, that would be for the Department of Justice, and they're looking for someone to represent the Department of Labor. So since we still don't have yet an official new leader for the Secretary of Labor, that's probably why that got extended out. I think now the new, I'm reading a few notes here, the new nominee is Alexander Acosta for Secretary of Labor to lead that, and I imagine that they'll, if he gets accepted, sorry, I'm shaking the camera. If he gets accepted and put in, that they'll want him to take a look at all of this and weigh in on that. And the kicker on all of this, though, is that quite some time ago, there was a motion made by the Texas AFL-CIO to intervene in the action, and that motion is still pending. And it's a motion for a summary judgment, which was filed in this case. And that was actually also joined in by various other business groups, and I believe a few other state plaintiffs that joined in on this whole thing. Now, the fact of the matter is that the court district did deny the motion to stay proceedings, and that essentially means that even though there is a delay to review the brief from the DOJ, sorry, the Department of Labor, by the DOJ, even though there's that approved delay for May 1st, they could still issue a ruling on a summary judgment for this before that appeal is actually really decided, any of this. So all of this is, on one side it's still in play, on the other side we're still kind of in that hurry up and wait mode. So essentially, this is an update to say we still don't know what's going on with that. But at any rate, there is still some action on the table. We may likely see some type of summary judgment before May 1st. It's a good guess that we might. As a matter of fact, if you Google the whole wage and hour law update thing, Jackson Lewis has a pretty good article about this that they published just just yesterday on the 22nd, February 22nd. Maybe read through that a little bit. It's a really good article that it's short. It's not long. It'll take you less than probably 3 minutes to read the whole thing. It's really, really short, but gives you a good idea on where things are at. But if you're still wondering what's going on, a whole lot of nothing is what's going on with regard to that. A whole lot of nothing, but again, things could actually start to pan out in the form of a summary judgment before May 1st. If that happens, they'll likely still take a look at the appeal and want to have that full appeals brief read. Who knows where this is going to land? We just have to wait as the new administration kind of settles in and get some sense of business as usual going back, or business as unusual, or whatever you want to call it. Some semblance of business going on a day-to-day basis in one way, shape, or form or another. We'll continue to keep you posted on that and quite a few other things. There are all kinds of laws and legislations going on. We're kind of up to here on that with a lot of those kind of eyebrow deep and trying to keep up with everything that's going on. We'll talk to you again soon. Have a great evening.